We at Kiliedu, we work with various academic institutions. Therefore, we believe that we are also responsible to help young secondary students achieve their academic goals. I have 5 basic points to help secondary students pass their exams. The first point is as students, you need to remove all of the bad ideas which will prevent you from achieving your academic goals. Most of the students, they do believe themselves that they can't do better in their studies. They like to say, I can't do mathematics, I can't do science subject. That is wrong. Especially for mathematics. Most of the students, they don't like mathematics. And they like to say, I can't do math, it is difficult. And some of them, they like to say, some mathematics is difficult. No, that is wrong. You have to change your language. You have to say, I can do mathematics. I can do science subjects. I can be a doctor. I can be an engineer. I can be a lawyer. I can be a teacher. And if you believe that you can do better in your studies, nothing will stop you from achieving your academic goal. Nothing will stop you from passing your exam. Change your language from now. Some of the students, they like to say, if God wishes, I'll pass the exam. No, God likes all students to pass the exam. And why you do not pass the exam? Because you do not follow what is required to do in order to pass the exam. You do not follow what you've been instructed by teachers and the parents in order to pass the exam. If you listen from your teachers and your parents, you must pass the exam. Always listen from your parents and your teachers. The second point is that as a student, you need to be responsible, a responsible student. A student whom will do everything for himself. A student who knows that you are the only one supposed to achieve the academic goals. You are the one who is going to decide to pass the exam. And if you are not ready to pass the exam, it will be difficult for others to help you to achieve your goals. Teachers and the parents are just there to help you to pass your exam. But you as a student, you must know that you are the only one responsible to pass the exam. And you must take in action in order to pass the exam. The third point goes directly to parents. If a student fails or pass the exam, as a parent, you have a contribution in that outcome. Most of the parents, they do send their children at the school, and they leave their children until the end of the term, when they go back to take their children. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Once you take your children at the school, you have to keep communicating with the teachers, keep communicating with the class teacher, keep communicating with the headmaster or the headmistress, and then together with the teachers, you can work in resolving the problems of students. Teachers are professionals. They've been trained out to help students. Teachers will help you to know the problems of your children, and together with the teachers, you can resolve the problem of your children and help the children achieve the academic goals for the students. Another mistake some of the parents they do, especially during the vacation, when a child is at home, what they do is just to pay for tuition somewhere, and they let a students to spend the whole day at the tuition center. That is wrong. I don't want to say that the tuitions are not good, but I'm not in favor of those kind of tuition whereby you take your children at the tuition center the whole day. That does not work anymore. What you can do when your children is at home, sit with your children. Help your children to arrange the general timetable from morning to evening. When is your children going to visit friends? And when is your children going to watch your TV? And remember, private study is very, very important for your children. Make sure that at least 2 hours per day, your children has a concentration in studies. Concentration is very, very important. Your children needs to absorb the materials in order to perform. That is also very, very important. Sometimes you can pay a teacher to come at your home and help your students. That is going to work also. Another point is, as students, you must be respectful. to your teachers and your parents. If you respect your teachers and your parents, all of them will be happy to help you. All of them will like to help you. All those students who do better in the studies, they have discipline. They respect their teachers, they respect their parents. If you will be respectful, you must pass your exam. Another point for the students is hard working. Always hard work rewards. Remember that if you work hard, you must pass your exam. And remember also, when you are at school, you are also at the working place. Then you must work hard in order to achieve your academic goal. Without hard work, it will be tough for you to pass the exam. Even if you call yourself genius, but you must work hard. If you not work hard, you will end up getting a failure. Working hard is very, very necessary for you to achieve the exam. Nothing too simple. You must work hard in order to achieve your goal. You can't say that I'm going to pass the exam. I can do math. I can do something while you are sleeping. No, you must work hard in order to achieve the goal. And lastly, I want to wish you all the best in your endeavor to pass the exam. But remember, the only good gift you can offer your parents is to pass the exam. You like to say that I love you, mom, I love you, dad. Okay, if you love your mom, if you love your dad, you must mean it by passing the exam. If you pass your exam, you will make your parents proud to talk of your success. Your dad and your mom will be happy to talk about you. But if you fail, you will be embarrassing your parents. Your parents will not be comfortable to talk about your failure. Remember, the only gift you can offer your parents is to pass the exam. And once you pass the exam, you don't need to ask for a gift from the parents. They know themselves what they are supposed to do for you if you pass the exam. And for parents, you have to remember that a self-motivated student is the one going to pass the exam. But if a student is not self-motivated, it will be very tough for you to help that kind of students. Then you have to start building this self-motivation since the early stages, since the kindergarten. You have to let your children know that he is responsible to pass the exam, and he can do anything good. He can pass the exam, and he is capable of doing good things. And once your children believe that he can do, and he wanted to do that, he wants to achieve, then you will never pass your head of talking to your children that do this one or do that one. As students, remember to be a responsible students. Remove all the bad ideas that you can't do better in your studies, and also remember to be a respectable student. Always